Good morning from Bali. Today we're going to do a little bit more of an active class. Hope you can see everything. Do my best to make sure I can fit hands and arms and everything in. Front of your mat, if you haven't already had a bit of a warm up, maybe just go for like a 5-minute walk just to kind of loosen things up so you're not getting straight into like sun salutes and strengths without having too much warm up. We're just going to get straight into it because I need to loosen up as much as you probably need to loosen up. So front of your mat, if you do use props or want props, having a block handy is always good. Having something down if your knees don't love a hard floor is always nice. So use whatever you need to. We're just going to start in our mountain pose. So we want to just step the feet gently, kind of shoulder width apart. A little bit of a walk out, soften the knees. Gentle drawing in of that lower belly. So think about a little bit of a tilt, tiniest little tilt. Like if I said a big tilt in the pelvis, you could see it. If I said a subtle tilt in the pelvis, you can barely see that move. It's just a little drawing in. So imagine someone just pulled you up tall through the crown of the head. So you can just kind of stand up with a little bit more control. Shoulders roll back, roll the palms to face forward. Closing the eyes if you like, or just a soft gaze out in front. And just coming back to your breath. So just because we haven't warmed up the body, it doesn't mean we can't warm up our attention, our awareness. And just coming to watch the breath move in and out of your nose. We just want a natural breath. Just bring your attention to here and now, checking in with how your body is feeling. Maybe how you slept last night, what you've been eating. Just that little check-in before you start to move, just so that when you do move, you're moving with that little bit of integrity, just in a way that your body needs rather than forcing your body to be doing things. Just another few breaths, softening into the shoulders. Keep those knees just a little bit soft. They don't need to be like bent, but just a lock out of the joint. Each of your toes pressing into your mat. One more big deep breath. If you can, we're going to hold at the top of that inhale. So big breath in, hold at the top for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A long release. And then we bring the palms together in front. Blink the eyes open if they're not already. We're going to take a swim out in front. So instead of reaching for the ceiling, I want you to reach out in front, hollow out the front, scoop wide, and then squeeze the shoulder blades together as you open. From here, a dive forward. Soft knees as you come down, because lots of you, if you come down straight, you're going to stretch. Too strong into those legs, too strong into the lower back, especially straight away. Fingers to the floor, right foot stepping back. From here, plant those hands, left leg high, 3-legged dog. So straight into it, we're going to lift right up high onto the right toes as high as you can. Drop that right heel down and then rocking forward, knee to the nose, squeezing in. Extend that leg back up high, big extension up. And again, knee to the nose. Third time we take it up, big reach, fingers spread wide on your mat, so you've got a nice base. We float forward towards a plank. So strong here, and we take it back up. Same little sequence, knee to the nose, squeeze, extend it high. Knee to the nose, squeeze, extend it high. Third time, same again, squeeze, extend. And again, forward towards that little plank hover if you can. You're going to hold here for 3, 2, 1. Drop that left knee. Slide the left toes out. We're opening to a little supported side plank. Right hand reaching for the ceiling. Float the right toes off the floor if you can. Back down, back to the center. And downward dog. Here, starting with your first little pedal out. So just dropping one heel at a time. Check, fingers are still spread wide. You're stretching, hands to hips. Wrapping the ribs in towards the center line. Just so you're not collapsing the chest, the belly too much. You want to keep that little bit of hold in there. Long breath. And then we have a lift right up high onto the toes. Drop the heels. Step the right foot forward, left foot forward, and inhale, take a halfway lift, all the way down, and then an inhale to come all the way up, reach for the ceiling, and palms come down in front. Shoulders soft, little checking in, maybe a little move for the fingers, the wrists. We're going the other side, exactly the same sequence. So we're going to open forward, so a little kind of reach out in front like you're going to do a breaststroke, and then opening out, squeeze the backs of the hands towards each other, shoulder blades squeezing, and then we dive. Halfway lift, find some length. Left foot back. Nice big step, plant those hands, right leg high, take it up. So same little set on this side, knee to the nose, squeeze. Inhale, extend. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, extend. Third time we squeeze. Extend, fingers spread wide, you've got that nice base, we float. Hover here for 3, 2, 1, extend it back up. Same again, knee to the nose. Extend it up. Knee to the nose. Extend it up. Third time, squeeze. Extend. Float forward and hold for 3, 2, 1. Drop that right knee, right toes pop out. Left hand reaching for the ceiling. Left toes float if you can. Nice and steady. And release. Back through the center, back to your downward dog. Have a little pedal out. One heel at a time, gently stretching. Again, we'll have a lift right up high onto the toes. Drop the heels, left foot forward, right foot follows, a halfway lift. Soften forward, and inhale to bring it all the way up, reach. Palms down in front. Again, little moment of checking in. Soften fingers, wrists, hips, wherever feels like it needs a little bit of letting go. Full breath. You're going to open forward again. Reach like you're going to do a breaststroke. Open, squeeze, backs of the hands, shoulder blades, and dive all the way down. Halfway lift. Land the hands, left and your right foot back, downward dog. From here we're coming forward to our plank. If you need it, drop the knees, otherwise all the way down to the tummy, toes back, elbows hug in, cobra peeling up, glutes on here. Remember, you should be practicing the cobra without your hands, so teaching the back line of the muscles down the back line there to switch on for themselves, rather than using the hands to press you up and collapse into that lower back. So just always have a little fiddle there, taking a couple of these just to train your muscles to be doing the right thing. From here, hips to heels. Back to your child's pose, reaching out in front. Big breath in. Big breath out. You come up towards all fours, tuck your toes, downward dog, press back. Lifting right up high onto the toes, drop the heels. Then we float forward to our plank. Left leg kicking high, three-legged dog, take it up. We're going to squeeze, left knee outside the left elbow, so squeezing out wide, extend that leg back up. This time, squeeze into the center, extend that leg back up. We take the squeeze outside the right elbow, so squeeze across, we're stepping through to the side of the left foot, right hand reaching for the ceiling, big reach. Land that right hand back down, bring that left leg through, extend it high, and float forward to your plank. Land the toes there. Little rock forward and back. So just using the toes to move. And then when you're ready, right leg extending up, take it up high. The knee squeezes out to the right side. Extend it up. Into the center. Extend it up. Cross to the left, squeeze, step through. Left hand reaching for the ceiling. back down, leg back up high, extend, float forward to your plank. Again, little rock forward and back if you can. Knees can support you if you need them on the floor. And then downward dog, pressing back. Big breath in, big breath out. Your left and your right foot stepping forward. Take a halfway lift. Soften down. Inhale, come all the way up, reach for the ceiling. And then we're taking the hands out and behind you, interlace the fingers. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. We're diving forward, arms up and over if you can. If it's too strong on the shoulders, hands can rest on that lower back. Soft knees, just a little. Letting the arms roll over. Head is heavy. Big deep breath here. Now you can play with taking the legs a little straighter if that feels good. Even just kind of one at a time, like a little mini little pedal. One more breath. And then an inhale, soft knees, release the arms, come all the way up, reach. And then we're bringing the palms down in front as we take a little seat into our chair. Coming up, reach. Right elbow, left knee, little twist as you take a seat. Reach. And to the right, left elbow hooks. Reach. And sitting back down into your chair. From here, little rock forward so you can peel the heels off the mat. Little rock back so you can peel off your toes. Rock forward, heels lift up. Rocking back, peel off the toes. We inhale, come all the way back up. Dive all the way back down. Take a halfway lift. Land the hands. Right foot back, left leg high, three-legged dog. We're going to keep it up here. Bend the knee, open the hip, and look underneath the left arm. And then left knee to right elbow, squeeze across. Take it back up. We open, look to the left, drop that right heel, and squeeze across. This time we extend up. Open as much as you can, open that left hip. We slide left knee to left wrist this time, dropping down to set up for our pigeon. From here, we drop down to the forearms. If you can drop down to the forehead. Now this is a pose, remember, if you need a support underneath that left hip, so you might have a folded blanket or a block underneath there, just so you can kind of sit square to the front of your mat. You don't want to be sitting so you're facing or rolling off to one side, or sitting awkwardly on the knee or the hip. Adjust as you need to. Forearms is good, or if you can fold all the way down, but it's completely up to you. Gentle reach back into the right toes, so keep that right leg active. Watching where you feel the stretch here in that left hip, left leg. One more breath. Then hands slide around by the shoulders. Whole of the hands press in, lead with the crown of the head. So not collapsing that lower back, think about length in the spine, space between each vertebra as you peel up. You might come all the way up. You might lift high onto the fingertips if your lower back is comfortable with that. And then we release down. Taking two more just the same, peeling up. Exhale down. Peeling up. Exhale down. Tuck the right toes and we step back, downward dog. Little pedal out. A lift right up onto the toes, drop the heels, right then your left foot forward, and just taking a halfway lift. Find some length, holding here, and we drop the hands. Left foot steps back first this time, big step back, plant those hands, right leg high, take it up, bend the knee, open the hip, look to the right underneath that right arm. Knee to the left elbow, squeeze across. Take it up high, open, adding that lovely rotation into the torso. Knee to elbow, squeeze across. Third time we take it up, open that hip as much as you can. Right knee to right wrist, dropping down. Use your props as you need to. Down to the forearms, down to the forehead if you're going to fold deeper. Watching, checking in with that stretch for that right hip, right knee. Gentle reach back into the left toes there. Big deep breath. Hands coming around by the shoulders. Remember, shoulders low, lead with the crown of the head, lengthen space in the spine as you inhale and peel up. Exhale, release. Inhale, peeling up. Exhale, release. Third time, peeling up. Releasing down, plant the hands, tuck the left toes, and back to your downward dog. Little pedal out. Have a lift right up high onto the toes. Drop the heels. Right foot forward. Left foot forward. Take a halfway lift and we hold. An extra breath or two here. And fold back down. Fingers land. Left foot back, big step back. We're dropping the left knee this time. So finding that low lunge, right up onto the fingertips and lift through the chest, bring the gaze forward. And then we roll back into our little half splits. We kick the toes up. Checking on that stretch here. From here, walk around to the left with the fingers, swivel on that left knee, and we plant the right foot out to the side. Tuck the left toes. From here you can stay to the hands. You might stay here, you might drop down to the forearms. We're kind of going to sit your hips back to find a stretch for that right inner thigh. So just coming back to where that is a comfortable stretch. Don't force it. Your pose doesn't have to look like mine. Really pressing the sole of that right foot into the mat. Big deep breath. Big deep breath. And one more, big inhale, long exhale, and then easing back up to the fingers. Relax the left toes back there. We're coming right up high, reach for the ceiling. Palms touch, right hand down to the leg, and we lean, big stretch up that left side. Breathing into that left waist, and then reaching straight up. Fingers back down, and we swivel back around to the right, kicking the right toes up, find that little half splits. Again, you might like to check in with how that stretch feels. And then we're rocking forward, finding that little lunge and coming up high here. So hands can rest to the knee just to support you upright. And then just rocking back a little bit, just add a little bit of length to that front leg. I want you to think about your pelvis here. So I want you to tilt it as much as you can. Tailbone under, pubic bone pulling up towards the belly button. Keep that strong as you then start and sit your weight forward. So here, if you've got that control switched on properly, you should be getting a stretch for that left front hip, left hip flexor. So it can be quite strong. For me, it's quite strong. You might be lucky. Might not be strong at all. But if you can just like drop all the way forward, you haven't got that activation right. So just getting that really strong and switched on, then find that stretch. It's not going to be a big movement. Taking one more breath here. And release it forward. From here, tuck the left toes, lift into that higher lunge. Left hand stays on the mat, right hand reaching for the ceiling. Little twist. Right hand lands back down, left foot steps forward, and we take a halfway lift and hold. Big deep breath. Land those fingers back down. Right foot stepping back, big lunge back. Drop the right knee, relax the toes there, and rocking back, kick the toes up, find your little half splits. Big breath in, big breath out. From here, swivel around to the right. Land that left foot, tuck the right toes. You can stay to the hands, you might drop to the forearms. Starting to sit your hips back to find the stretch for that left inner thigh this time. Might not be the same as the other, might not feel the same side as the other side. Big breath. One more. And then coming up, you can keep the toes tucked there or relax the right toes. We reach for the ceiling. Left hand lands to the leg and we lean, big stretch up that right side. Big breath in, big breath out. Reach for the ceiling. Fingers down to the floor. Let's swivel back around to the left. Kicking the left toes up. Adjust that little bit as you need to. We're coming up into that front lunge. Hands to the knee. A little bit more straightening into that front leg. Not straight, but just enough. Or walk the foot a little bit closer to you. Same as the other side. We want to tuck the tailbone under as much as we can. Pull pubic bone to belly button. So really switching on in here. Then starting to find that little bit of forward movement. Really should be stretching into that right front hip, right hip flexor. So right in the front in there. Big deep breath. One more breath. And relax forward. Tuck the right toes, lifting up. Plant the right hand, left hand reaching. Back down to the mat. Step back, downward dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. Coming down to the knees, maybe take them a little bit wider. Hips towards the heels. Big breath in here. Long breath out. Big breath in. Long breath out. From here, we pull up towards all fours. Plant the hands, tuck the toes, downward dog. We're stepping left and your right foot forward. Take an inhale, reach for the ceiling. We come all the way up. Palms down in front. Adjust back to the front of your mat if you didn't quite make it there. And we're setting up for a few rounds of our sun salute. So just take a breath. Preparing. And we inhale, reach for the ceiling. Exhale, big swan dive down. Halfway lift. Land the hands, right foot back, then your left, downward dog. Pressing back. Forward towards your plank here. Now if you're coming to the floor, you can either just lower down or with intention, drop the knees, keep the hips low. Lower yourself down. Hands stay by the shoulders, our cobra. Release and press back, downward dog. Right foot forward, then your left. And inhale to bring you up. Palms down in front. Inhale, reach. Exhale, dive it down. Halfway lift. Land the hands, left foot back, then your right, downward dog. Forward towards your plank. Staying up high and lowering, or drop those knees first. Down to the floor, cobra. Downward dog, pressing back. Right foot forward, then your left. And inhale to bring you up. And exhale, palms down in front. Take a breath here. Inhale, reach. Exhale, dive. Halfway lift. Land the hands, right foot back, downward dog. From here, you can choose your in-between. You're either going to do cobra again, just like we did, or you can come to chaturanga. We flip the feet and press into your upward dog. Shoulders away from the ears, strong glutes. Downward dog. Left foot forward. Right foot follows, we inhale. Exhale. One more round, inhale. Exhale, dive. Halfway lift. Land the hands, left foot back, downward dog. Forward towards your plank. Choose your in-between. Downward dog, press back. Right foot forward, then your left. And inhale to bring you up. And exhale, palms down in front. Release the hands. Little walk out. Softening into the hips, the shoulders, whatever movement feels good to just release a little here. We're going to roll gently down into a forward fold. So starting by tucking the chin, rolling the shoulders forward. Arms start to hang forward heavy like you've got weights in the hands. Soft knees. Dropping down into that forward fold as heavily as you can. A little sway side to side once you land. From here, walking the feet out a little bit wider, even as wide as the sides of your mat. And you're going to take a seat here in a nice deep squat. Little rock side to side. So just really working deep into the hips. You can squat up a bit higher, you don't have to sit down so deep. You might come up and even rest the forearms on the knees if that feels better. Sometimes knees and hips don't behave the way you want them to. From here, we walk the feet back in towards each other. Check you've got the space behind you. We're going to roll back for a supported shoulder stand. So if you haven't done this before, making sure you watch first. Preferably, like me, don't have concrete floor underneath you. Won't be super comfortable. But when you roll back, you're either going to come back from here, roll back, lift the hips, heels of the hands support the hips, just like this. So nice angle with the torso, nice angle with the legs. If rolling back and lifting those hips up is not possible, you can come back down to the floor, start here like you're setting up for a bridge, lift the hips. You're either going to stack the hands underneath the sacrum there, or a block, or a folded blanket, or a bolster, anything that will give you that little bit of elevation to help you hold up into your pose. So choose your variation. Nice and even that weight distribution. If you've got the hands holding the hips, you want to feel like the hands and the arms, the forearms are supporting you, balanced with a bit of heaviness back in the shoulders. So it might mean playing with the angle of the legs a little bit. Big deep breath. Taking one more breath here if you can. As you're ready to release, the knees come down towards the nose. Hands release, and you roll yourself back down to your mat. If you've got a support under the hips, you're just going to lower the feet to the floor, lift the hips up and slide that support out from underneath. When you come down, heel toe the feet out wide, dropping both knees left, both knees right into our windscreen wipers. Just really letting go in here, trying to just really just loosen up into the hips, the lower back. Whatever pace feels good. And then back into the center, both knees into the chest for a squeeze. Keep a hold of the right knee, take the left leg out long, flex into that left foot. Right knee's hugging in nice and close. And then from here we set up for a twist. Right foot to the left knee, we cross the left knee over the body. Right arm straight out to the side, out along the floor. Gaze turns out to the right if you can, and just taking that rotation to wherever your body's going to let you. Big breath here in that twist. Watch what happens when you take a big breath in. When you take a long breath out. Big breath in. Long breath out. On an inhale, we come back to the center. Both knees into the chest for a little squeeze. And then we switch, take the right leg out, flex into that right foot, right leg, left knee hugging in close. And then we set it up, left foot to the right knee, left arm out to the side, rolling that knee across the body. Try and keep that left shoulder, left arm on the floor. Gaze turns out to the left, we breathe in, we breathe out. You breathe in and out. Back into the center. Both knees into the chest for a squeeze. And then we're taking feet to the floor. Drop the knees out to either side, soles of the feet rest together, and hands and arms can either rest out by your sides or you can bring the hands to the belly. Eyes closed down, or just a soft gaze to the ceiling if you prefer not to shut those eyes down. I want you to soften here into the belly, softening into the pelvis, relaxing into the hips. Just letting gravity settle them into whatever stretch they're going to reach. Might not be a big, obvious stretch, but it might feel really strong. So just noticing. Big, full breath. And knees back in together. Knees into the chest for a squeeze. Give the toes a little wiggle here. The ankles a little roll around. The toes a little point and a flex. And then feet land back down to the floor this time. Heel toe the feet out wide. Let the knees drop together. So just closing down that hip opening a little bit. Again, hands rest wherever they're comfortable. Big long breath. You might like to take the head on a gentle roll and release side to side here. You could press the ears down with a little bit more strength to each side as you turn. And settling the head back to the center. Hands can stay on the body or rest the arms by your side. You can bring the feet back in so they're hip width apart. You could slide the legs out if you like, or settling however you will feel most comfortable for a few minutes of rest. Just letting the breath go, letting go of any control or holding in the body. Now that your body has had a good move, it's the perfect time to start and consider your intentions for the day, or the next day, or the evening, whatever time of day you happen to be landing in. Just noticing how you're feeling, what you might need to be scheduling in the next few hours. Do you need more water? Do you need a good meal? Do you need a chat with someone? Do you need a walk? Just a moment of consideration and just giving your body, your mind, your energy that moment of integration. Everything catching up with each other. A little pause in your day before you get moving again. You are, of course, welcome to stay here as long as you like. You might like to move into doing meditation or pop some relaxing music on. Or when you do feel ready, you can start and have a nice big stretch. You could bring the knees back in for a squeeze. Have a little roll around, gentle pressure across the back and the hips as you do. And when you're ready, you can ease off to one side and up to a seat, or just bringing yourself all the way up to have a little comfortable seat. Giving yourself a moment to close, a moment to just acknowledge moving from practice into real life. Thanks for joining me. Hope to see you again very soon. Namaste.